$1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name. Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You watching Casino is the Name, and we are live, man. It's good to be on here live. It's been a minute since I was on here live, and I am trying to pull up my notes because I got a few different things I want to talk about, and one of them is school. I want to talk about education. Education, depending on your situation, can be a game changer. For me, it pretty much changed my life. You know, having my degree in accounting was a game changer. So many opportunities from just, you know, from either having a job or having my own company or whatever, so many opportunities that came about because I had a degree. There were even companies that trusted my company because, you know, me having my degree or me being an accountant. So just so many different things that I not even had even thought about at the time when I was originally going. But education is something that I feel like if you are struggling and you're trying to find a way, you're trying to change your situation, education could be the way for you. But I keep hearing the same thing over and over, and that is school is too expensive. And so I overheard somebody at a restaurant saying, like, it was at some kind of little small restaurant, like a American Deli or something. But I overheard these people talking, and this lady was telling her friend that, you know, she's struggling and she wants to change her life, but you know, she wants to go to school for something, but school is just too expensive. And I couldn't help myself. Okay, I could not help myself. I had to ask them why was she saying that school was too expensive? And then she was just like, you know, everybody just knows that school is just too expensive for me to go to. I don't have any money. I don't have any help from my family. You know, I think I'm sure she was in her 20s, but I'm not sure exactly how old she was. But she was like, I basically, you know, I don't really have anybody. You know, I'm staying with my family members or my friends or whatever. And so she's trying to start over or start something, but she doesn't have any family support, so nobody's going to help her pay for school. And I want people to understand that if you don't have money, like you don't come from money, then school is probably free for you. Yeah, believe it or not, school shouldn't probably cost you anything. They have the Pell Grant if you go to school in a certain state. Like, say, if you went to school in Georgia, you probably can get the Hope. So you got the Hope Grant or Hope Scholarship, either one. And then you also have just like the Pell Grant. So now, it may not be like enough money to pay for, say, an expensive public school. Even like it may not be, it's not probably going to be enough Pell to pay for an expensive public school, but you can always start at an associate's degree level. You can go to a community college. I don't know why everybody just thinks they're going to run to Harvard or something like that fresh out of high school when they barely got out of high school or have a GED or something like that. You can go to a community college. You don't have to go to a four-year university straight out, you know. That's what I did. I have an associate's degree in healthcare management, and my bachelor's degree is in accounting. My associate's degree comes from the Community College of the Air Force, and my bachelor's degree is from Southwestern College, which is actually a PWC or a private white college. But I know a lot of people go to HBCUs, but I have a PWC degree. So. But yes, so like it's possible to go to school, and you can go to school for free. By the way, if you could let me know, can you guys hear me okay? I know we're live, so I don't know, and then let me know. So school can be free. I don't know why it's this stigma that school isn't free. Now, what isn't free is when you say, okay, well, I want to live rent free. I don't want to have to work while I go to school. It may not pay for that, The classes, though, it's going to be paid for. So if you already got a place to stay or already got a side job, you don't also have to go to school full time. You could take classes part time. But more than likely, if you don't have money, actually going to school is free. Now, when you go to one of those ITT techs or something like that, they're saying, hey, you can finish your barber license or your cosmetology license in a year, because maybe at a community college that might be a 1.5 year, 2-year program. But at one of those tech schools, they might be like, hey, we can push you through in a year, 9 months, we can get you up out of there. You want to be a public, a PT, not a PT, but a trainer. I don't know what it's called. Personal trainer, yeah. You want to be a personal trainer? Yeah, we can get you up out of here in a year. We can get you up out of here in 9 months. That kind of school is more than likely a private school. Private schools are going to be more expensive, okay? So you probably would have to get a student loan, but you don't have to go that route. There is a free route. It may just take more time, more traditional route of semester versus hey, you just joined this program. We're going to push you all the way through until the end. You're going to come to school 5 days a week or whatever. More than likely, if you go the traditional route, it's probably going to take you a 2-year term to finish a 2-year degree, okay? And so that's just how it's broken down. But they still have cosmetology at those community colleges. They still have barbering at those community colleges. You don't necessarily have to go to a barber school. You can go to a community college. And more than likely, your Pell Grant would cover you going to that kind of school, that community college. It's just that if you're trying to go to a private school, the tuition is going to be a lot higher. You're comparing maybe $2,000 to $5,000 of tuition to, $20,000, $40,000. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different thing. So yes, when you're and of course those just seem to be the ones that we hear about, is those programs. They're always running ads for them on TV, and that's what if you want to get in school tomorrow, they're going to start you next week. Regular community college or regular 4-year university is going to say, okay, well, I know you want to start school next week, or I know you saying you want to come get enrolled, but the first semester isn't until, or the next semester isn't until 2 months from now. So in those situations, yes, it would be more time, in between, and how long it takes to finish. But school primarily is free. Don't let nobody tell you different, all right? I wanted to talk about that because I keep hearing that over and over. Another thing I wanted to talk about was Section 8. Section 8, all right? Section 8. As a landlord, everybody's telling me not to go the Section 8 route, but it would be good to get rent guaranteed. Just to get rent guaranteed is a good thing, okay? That's first of all. Second of all, I have had several tenants over the last 10 years or so, and some of them none of them were Section 8. None of them were Section 8, but some of them were terrible tenants, and some of them were great tenants, Some people I didn't have any problem with, like Delmon, didn't really have any problem with him paying, But then I've had other tenants that were terrible tenants, like they didn't pay, they, tried to run off, they, I had to take them to court, to trash the house, all kind of stuff. So it's a toss up, even with people who are non-Section 8, you just never know what you're going to get. And then I hear there's some Section 8 tenants that are amazing, So it just all depends. But I wanted to talk about the Section 8 rates. Hold on, give me a second, because it was surprising. Section 8 rates have gone up quite signiniantly. Well, I don't know how much they were before. I almost wish I did know. I should have did this a long time ago. Let's see where, okay, further back. Okay, so I'm looking at some of the rates, and this is for the state of Georgia, right? And so they have them broken out by counties and things like that. But let me see. I'm gonna try and find. Let's see. Oh, okay, hold on. All right, so let's say, I'm not sure where some of these counties are, right? Okay, let's say Houston County. Houston County has, I think this is a 3-bedroom. I think the 3-bedroom in Houston County which is like Warner Robins area, is $1,575 for a 3-bedroom. Now, that means if they're paying that, you can get $1,500 for a house in that area. Now, let's say I got a house in Macon, Georgia. What's good? What's good? I'm seeing who checking in. Blankston says, Paul Blankston says, we with you. That's what's up, brother. Great Cleaner says, big bro, love all you doing. Keep motivating, motivating us and educating us. No problem, brother. You know, brother or sister, I'm not really sure. You know what I'm saying? I got you. All right. So, but yeah, the Section 8, man, this what they're paying for Section 8 is decent. So Houston County, you know, that's Warner Robins. It's not Atlanta, you know. Now let's look at something closer to Atlanta. Let's look at trying to see. I'm not sure what all of these different counties are, but let's look at something closer to Atlanta. So let's see what a 3-bedroom is in Atlanta. So if you had a little small 3-bedroom house in, let's see, trying to see if I see anything that remotely is close to an Atlanta county. I'm not actually looking on the website. I'm actually looking at something that my tenant sent me. You know what? I'm gonna just get on the website, the actual website, and just see what it says, because I'm not seeing what I want to see. I'm not seeing what I want to see. Let's say Fulton County, which is Atlanta, Fulton County, Section 8. Section 8. Okay. Let me see, per bedroom. I don't know. Let's see. Per month. Let's see. Okay. Payment standards. Atlanta for a 0-bedroom. This is no bedroom, right? I guess this is like a studio apartment. So a studio apartment in Riverdale pays $1,350. Also for a 1-bedroom is still it's $1,380. A 3-bedroom pays $1,900 in Riverdale, which is, you know, y'all know where Riverdale at. All right, now let's look at in Atlanta. Okay, let's say 30336. It pays a 3-bedroom Oh, okay, that's a 4-bedroom. Wow, that must be the hood. I got to be hood because it's paying $1,670, and it's a part of Atlanta, but I'm not sure that zip code where that is. Now, Johns Creek must be very expensive area because a 3-bedroom in Johns Creek is $2,400. You see, where's the most expensive 3-bedroom? $2,430. Yeah, so it looks like the most expensive 3-bedroom in Atlanta is $2,430, and that is in Alpharetta, however you pronounce it. So they're paying over, close to $2,000 for most of these locations. If you have a 3-bedroom, that's a 3-bedroom. Like, this is a 4-bedroom house. I'm sure my neighborhood won't allow me to rent to Section 8, but this is crazy. So, yeah, I think this is great. And they typically want the tenant to pay something towards the rent. So even if they're paying $1,900, they're expecting the tenant to kind of pay something else on top of that. So your rent might be $2,100, $2,200, or maybe, $2,000 or whatever. They want the tenant to kind of chip in some, but I think that can be good money. If you got a fixer-upper, like you got a house and you just fixed it up some, an older house, fixed it up and made it livable, that's good money. That's good money. Let me explain. My house in Macon, I paid $54,000 for it, $54,300, and I had it for several years. Had it rented out for over 10 years, good and bad situations. And then I went from that to, having to remodel it, and I spent God knows how much money at this point. $60,000-$70,000, probably something crazy, to get it to where it is, and that was like out of pocket, So I didn't take a new loan out against it or anything like that. So I currently owe $37,000 and some change on it, but I've done all of this work. So if I rent it out now, my mortgage is it's about $550 or so. Let's just say it's less than $600. If I rent it out, I'm not really sure what Macon, Bibb County Section 8 is going to pay, but I feel like I know it's going to be somewhere in the ballpark of $1,500 or more. And so, if it's like $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, then that's even better. But if I rent it out at $1,500 a month, I'm good, really. It's like $900 profit per month. And it's a win. It's a win, And so I'm looking forward to that, and so that's what we're kind of working on now. Hopefully they're paying more than what $1,500 a month. Hopefully they're paying $1,600, $1,700 a month. That's even better, right? But yeah, Section 8. You guys got to get in the Section 8 game. If you found a little fix, there's some houses in Macon, Georgia, right now that's like $15,000. Do they need a lot of work? Basically, you need to build a whole new house. Yes, that's true. But you don't have to build nothing extravagant. But the return could be crazy, Let's say your cost was $900 a month, but you can rent it out for $1,500 a month. Like, that's a win. Like when I say your cost is, if you had to get a construction loan and build something kind of small, like if you're trying to build something like where I'm at right now, that wouldn't make sense. It's a 4-bedroom, 3,000 square foot house. But if you built something that was like 1,200 square feet, like a third of this, and 3 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms or whatever, this could work. Maybe 3 bedrooms, because 4 bedrooms might be pushing it. But it's Section 8, so and it can be something nice. And let's say it costs you, right around, let's say your mortgage ended up being around $900, $1,000, and you're still making a $500 profit. It's a win. It's a win. It's a win. I would say it's a win. You get a loan and you're getting $500 more compared to the loan. Now you have the risk of, we don't know who your tenant gonna be. We don't know who your tenant gonna be. So, there's a risk there. Let me see. Okay, so Greater Cleaner says you feel you got your money back. So I haven't did a cash out refinance, so it's worth. So as it was standing, it was saying that it was like online. It was saying that it was worth like $156, and I still, I owe like $38,000 on it. But it was saying that it was worth like $156. So I put all that money in it. I feel like the money that I put in it is worth way more. It added way more value. Like, say if it was worth $156, it's at least worth $180 now, $175. I mean, it should be worth way more than that, but it's so unique for what we did. It's nothing really like it in the area. Like, I'm definitely interested in getting appraised, later on or whatever, but like, when I get ready to do a cash out refinance, like, we put so much value into it that if it was $156 standard, it's definitely way more than that now. Okay. But you guys should definitely, you might want to look into that, Real estate is, it's a finicky thing, right? Like, of course it's solid. When I say finicky, it's like no two situations are the same. So you can't really look at one situation and think, oh, it's going to be like another situation. You can't really look at it like that. It's so different that you just have to kind of look at where, like, each each situation, each transaction. You know, buying land could be a great idea or it could be a bad idea. Buying houses can be a great idea or it could be a bad idea. Or you know, like you can be stuck with something for a long time and no real value, and then maybe it's valuable one day. My house in Macon, no cap, it stayed. You know, I bought it for $54,000. And it just never really went up in value. It kind of stayed around the $70,000 valuation mark for a very, very long time, and then I saw it get like $90,000 one day. I'm like, what? $90,000? This is worth like $90,000 since when? You know? And then the condition of it was terrible, like over time, but. You know, we fixed it up, and you know, looking back at what the market valuation is on, and it's like 156, 160, something like that. So it's like, what? This same thing that a couple years ago, I was like, man, this ain't really doing nothing. Like, this is not growing. Okay, so like this house went up almost $200,000 in value over the last like 7 years since I've been here. But the house in Macon, I had it since 2009. I bought it for 54, and after so many years, it was worth like 70. So it didn't really go up in value that much. And I couldn't expect it to go up a whole lot more in value. So it was like, just because of the market, the area, or whatever. But now it's going up because the market is turning around. More people investing in the area. More people wanting to live in the area, I guess, or whatever. And so, or people having better jobs, better careers. I don't know. But people are spending more money to be in the area. So it's working out. But there was a period of time I was like, man, it's never going to come back. It's not working. But it turned around. So now, at the same time, was this necessarily, I'm not saying it was a bad investment because I lived there, so it wasn't a bad investment, but like, were there other opportunities to make money faster? Yeah. Had I bought a house like this initially when I was there, instead of like I was buying a cheap house. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for a cheap house. Like, I was trying to live for as low amount of money as possible. And that's what I did. So I found me a little cheap house, and that's where I was at. So, and the mortgage was like $405 a month. So, and that was including taxes, interest, escrow, taxes, interest, principal, and, taxes, interest, principals, and insurance. Yeah. So PITI. So I was cool. I had no problems with that. But you know, it's one of those things where I was being cheap, and then in hindsight, it was like, dang, if I had bought a house like this back then, if I had bought even $150,000 house back then in 2009, that'd probably be worth like $450 now. You know, probably more than that. Jeez, probably more than that. Whoa, in 2009, man, I probably could have got a $500,000-$600,000 house easy back then for $150,000. Crazy. But I was being cheap, and I wasn't valuing, say, like the neighborhood or whatever like that. And you know, I was being cheap. So. But it still turned around for me. But that's why I was saying real estate is so finicky, because it's like picking the right deal is like an odd situation. You know, sometimes you think you got a good deal and end up being a bad deal or whatever. So it's just, you know, you got to do a lot of research. And where you guys checking in from? Where y'all watching from? Check in with me. Let me know where y'all watching from. Let me know where y'all watching from. I was like, man, you know what? I got to get on here and spend some time with my people, man. Got to spend some time with my people. Let me see something real quick. Hold up. Let's see if this thing is going to work. Hold on. Okay, all right, hold on, let me. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. All right, so how do I put this over here? Long Beach, California, okay. Baltimore, that what's up. I see y'all. Hold on, let me put this in this chat. 770 966 4997. All right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what, let me come spend some time with my folks, man. Y'all can call in, holler at me, you know. Link up with your boy, man. Let me hear what's going on, okay? Crown Christ, what's popping? Darnell Walker, what's good? That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. Somebody call me, man. Let's chop it up. Let me know what's going on with you. Y'all got anything, any business going on? Any questions? You know, it's gonna get ugly out here in a minute. I've been seeing a lot of things going on in the market, a lot of things going on with different industries or whatever. So, love the real estate talk. That's what's up, bro. I got to keep that in mind. I got to make some videos specifically for you, bro. Yeah, man. Definitely, I wasn't really planning on going into real estate like that, but, you know, any advantage I can get, I'm going to take, you know. And if you can get a loan on a house and you can make $500-$600 profit per month, geez, you know, give me 10 of them, you know what I mean? Like, give me 10, you know? I haven't ever really done the Section 8 thing. Now I'm like, man, if you can find some cheap properties and, you know, you can make them livable and pass like passable to the Section 8 inspection or whatever, like, and like, let's say you into it for $900 a month, geez, you can make, depending on where you are, because some of these areas is like $2,400 for a 3-bedroom a month. That's crazy. I mean, that's, of course, in Alpharetta, but geez. Oh yeah, man. I wanted to talk about trucking today too, just to see what's going on in the market, because I'm not really not sure what's going on in the market right now. Definitely curious about, you know, what's going on in the industry. Hold on, a friend of mine just messaged me. All right, hold on, let me see. Well, okay, it's a government contracting thing. Friend of mine was asking if I heard from this guy who we had a meeting with. He's worth like $10 billion. Well, he has over $10 billion in contracts. It's crazy. It's crazy. So he was telling us he got a $200 million, you know, project getting ready to start in Middle Georgia, and you know that we can try to take a part of that. A lot of my homies say the rates are low. Man, that's crazy. I'm finna look it up right now. Let's see what the market is talking about. All right. Let's see. Matter of fact, let me see what I used to use. Hold on. Just going to. Okay, so this is another government contracting thing. This is happening in real time. So, a friend of mine said that they just spoke to him on Thanksgiving, and they're gonna set up a meeting to talk about possible work. They'll keep me posted. Might be some money coming. I like the money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it. You know, we on it. For sure. Hold on, let me text him back. Which isn't doing a contract with us, teaming up on it. Oh, shit. Oh, my bad. You know, I don't even be cussing on here, but they got me cussing. They got me cussing right now. Hold on. I got to text them back. I know we live, but I gotta. Hold on, I'm actually going, yeah, all right. Give me 1 second. I got to text, this is money on the phone right now. It's money on the phone right now, all right? Yeah. So, all right. So they was just saying that, they was hollering at them about maybe doing a teaming agreement with us, which is something you can do in contracting, is like where we can team up together. We're not doing a joint venture. We're just teaming up to do a contract. A joint venture is kind of like your company and my company create a new company, but it's just a joint venture, but it's like kind of like a new company. A teaming agreement is like we're just teaming up, to satisfy this thing. Anyway, okay. You see what Crown Christ is saying? First time I came across your channel, you was the trucking guy. Yeah, man. And then Grade Cleaner said, get that money. Yeah, man. So how I got in trucking was the government was getting ready to shut down. It was like the threat of it, but it hadn't happened yet. And I'm just a hustler, so I was always like looking for other opportunities or whatever. So my partner was like, he was a truck driver, so excuse me, I don't know why he like me, yawn. My partner, he's a truck driver, and so he was like, "Yo, you need to start a hot shot." And I was like, "All right, what's that?" Like, I don't know what a hot shot is. I had never heard the term before, and he said the original conversation was like, "Yo, you need to start a trucking company. You need to get you a truck." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I started looking into like trucks. I said, a driver? You see, I got a driver. My partner already got a CDL. You good? Just, get you a truck and we good. So I'm like, cool. So I started doing all this research. I'm hearing the government about to shut down. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go get me a truck. So I sent him these pictures of these trucks. And I'm like, yo, what you think? And they semi trucks. And he like, nah. Nah, I mean, they cool, but you should get you a dually truck. And I'm like, what's that? He said, a dually truck for hot shot. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And when I thought back to it, when he said you need to get a truck, he did say hot shot truck, but I don't know what that means. He drives semi trucks. So anyway, I started like doing research on hot shot truck. He's like, get you a dually. So I go find out that hot shot trucking what it is, and then so I go down there, I get a dually, get a 40-foot flatbed trailer. I did all the research. I started my authority, and like true inform. Like right before I get ready to start all this, I'm like, hey man, call your partner. And say, is he serious before I go down here and get this truck and do this? And he was like, man, you know him, man. And I'm like, oh, okay, you talking about him. So it all worked out. And he was like, yeah, man, just get it, bro. I ain't doing no, I'm just chilling, waiting on you to get the truck, bro. I'm with you. So I'm like, bet. So I go down there, I get the truck, government shuts down in the middle of it all, and they down for a minute. So we started running. I ain't got no job. I'm really just, and I got a truck. Like I got a job, but my job is shut down, so I ain't doing no work. So, I'm like doing videos. I was already doing videos prior to, but then when I started doing trucking, my channel took off, right? It just blew up. And so when the channel blew up, it was like, dang, this is amazing. I think my first YouTube check was like 1,500. I was like, man, that's crazy. Like I'm just doing videos. So it was cool. I think I grew like 12,000 subscribers in like a month. And so, I'm learning all this stuff about trucking. Still like, but I'm learning all this stuff about trucking. And after a while, I realized that all these people are asking me questions on YouTube about trucking, and then people start saying, hey, can you talk to me? Can you talk to me? And at first I was just like, yeah, I can jump on the phone. I wasn't used to having that many subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I might have had 300, 400, 500 subscribers, and I thought that was great, at the time. But then I had like thousands and thousands of subscribers, getting emails like crazy, getting messages like crazy. And the thought of me being able to respond to all of these people just kind of went out the window, right? And then people was like, yo, we'll pay you if you can just jump on the phone with me real quick. How much do you charge to just get on the phone with me for like 10 minutes, 30 minutes? And I was like, I don't know. I could probably just jump on the phone. But then it just became overwhelming. So then it was like, okay, all right. So I need to, I don't even have time. It doesn't make sense. And so I did a sponsorship with a company. I charged them $500 to do a video. And I thought that was great. I thought that was amazing. I couldn't believe that I was getting paid $500 to be me, right? To be Casino is the name for a company that I used to use for my trucking company. Like my company was using their services, their factoring services. And then y'all know ELD, like Keep Trucking I don't know why I'm talking to y'all like y'all truckers, but Keep Trucking has an ELD, electronic log device. And no longer do they do like the paper logs or whatever. We have electronic logs where it's plugged into the computer of the truck and stuff like that. So I used to use them. So here I am doing a video with my factoring company who's also partnered with Keep Trucking ELD. And I'm like, this is crazy. This YouTube thing took me into a whole different kind of space that I didn't have any plans of. And it was working out. And so then the government said, hey, it's time for y'all to come back to work. And I could not do YouTube, trucking, and accounting. It wasn't gonna happen. I was like, man, I could probably do 2 of these, but I can't do all 3. and so I had to choose. So I was like, man, did I make that much money on YouTube? No, I made more money in trucking. And sure, change the lights. But I made more money in trucking and of course in accounting. And so, accounting was my primary thing. And then I was building this trucking thing. And so I had to decide YouTube, trucking, or my primary occupation as an accountant. And so it was like, okay, trucking has to go because YouTube, come on, I live for this, right? I don't make much money from this. And I almost make no money from this, as a matter of fact. But yeah, so I chose YouTube and I don't regret the decision, but I was still able to do some like consultations and things like that. And so, you guys have been great, How do you think about money? What is your mindset perspective on it? That's a great question. That is a great question. I'm going to come back to that. ZXM96. I'm going to come back to that. Pa Blankston. I want to say Pa Quasi Blanks. I'm messing this up. Let's just say Pa Blankston. What are some career tracks in accounting to start applying to for someone with an economics background? All of them, brother. All of them. You apply to all of them. Consider yourself an accountant. Don't separate yourself mentally. I would say check your check your transcript. See how many accounting credits. See how many accounting credits, finance credits, and economics credits you have, or business law credits. If you have a total collective of 24 credit hours between all 4, I'm assuming you have at least an accounting 1 class or something. But see how many credits you have. Now, another thing is, say like my bachelor's. I don't believe my transcript. Hold on, let me look at my transcript right now that we talking about this, because now that we talking about this, I don't even know if my transcript says accounting. Like that was my major. I don't know if they even say. Does your transcript say transcript? Let me see. Does it say accounting? Oh, it does. It says program degree curriculum, undergraduate, Bachelor of Science Accounting, degree awarded, Bachelor of Science. The reason I was looking this up was because the credits would be there for the different classes you took, but my degree, my diploma itself, it's the last one I'm telling you. It's the lights. I don't know what it is about them. But the degree itself does not say, like if you're looking at the degree, it does not say It does not say like accounting. It just says Bachelor of Science. Now, my associate's degree says associate's degree in, associate's degree in applied, something like applied science and healthcare administration or something, healthcare management, whatever. It says it, but my bachelor's just says Bachelor of Science. So it made me wonder, do degrees even say, like, do transcripts even say what the major is? But it does. And but if you have at least 24 credit hours with that combination, you should be fine. Greater Cleaner says, that's why I got so much respect for you, bro, because you do this to put us on point. For sure. Because trust me, if I was getting more money, listen, y'all have me all the time. If I can make an actual living from this, I would never do anything else. I'd be here just telling y'all all the business. And I realized that there's so much that I say with getting a government job, right? Like if you're trying to get a GS job, there's so much that I know that if I were to sit down and explain it to you, I realize why other people can't get these jobs or feel, like they're hopeless, because even though I just know so much now that it's easy. But for a regular person coming in, say you're a student or you were just somebody off the street, even if you was in the military, trying to transition over into this GS pay scale or whatever, the federal, using USA Jobs, there is a lot of information that people won't know. So how are you even supposed to, you don't know nothing. Like it's not as simple as, it's simple once you know, but it's really not that simple, right? Like you wouldn't even know, you could look at the searches and you can click on things, but you wouldn't really know, right? Let me give you an example. So there's a part that says persons with disabilities, right? So if you have a Schedule A letter, let me type this in the chat. Schedule All right, so if you get a Schedule A letter, right? Let's say you have anxiety, PTSD, anxiety, something, right? You can go to your doctor and say, hey, can you give me a Schedule A letter? So maybe you went to counseling, whatever. I don't know. Maybe your parents broke up and you had a traumatic experience as a child, whatever it is. And you can go down there and you can ask your doctor for a Schedule A letter. That Schedule A letter makes you a disabled person. So you know how so I'm a disabled veteran. But as a disabled veteran, I have some disabled veteran respect, but when it comes to persons with disabilities, I don't. You have to have a Schedule A letter for that. Now, what's the difference? Let's say I'm a disabled veteran, but almost every veteran I know is a disabled veteran, right? But you know what they don't have? They don't have a Schedule A letter. I do, right? Because can they go get a Schedule A letter? Yes, they can. But do they know what a Schedule A letter is? No, they do not. But do you have to be a veteran to get a Schedule A letter? No, you don't. What's the power of a Schedule A letter? The power of a Schedule A letter is I can email a section. The government has a section in different agencies, right? Let's say almost all the agencies have this section where you can email your Schedule A letter and your resume, and they can direct hire you. And they keep jobs set to the side specifically for Schedule A people, where they can hire you on the spot, or it might take a week or a couple weeks or something, but they can say, hey, do you want this job? It's a GS8, it's a GS9, it's a GS11, whatever. But they have these specific jobs, and you don't have to compete against anybody. Of course, it's just Schedule A. And because they can direct hire you, you may never see these jobs on USA Jobs or whatever, but it's a direct, and let me show you. Hold on, let me see. I can't really show you on here, but what I can do is I have an email from one of those people, and they sent me this whole list, and I had to choose from all these different lists of jobs. I'm not interested in any of the jobs from their list because if I like where I'm at, I'm GS 13 and up, 14 and up. I'm not interested in a GS 8 or GS 9. That wouldn't even tickle my fancy. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Galvanized Financial, man? What's good, man? Man, you know what? Hold on. You see that number at the top, bro? Call me, bro. Call me right now. That number that's pinned to the top of the chat that's at the top, call me, bro. Cause we need to get something scheduled. We need to get some on the agenda, man. I gotta chop it up with you on video. All right, so hold on, let me see. Schedule a letter. Now, the Schedule A letter makes you an official, I don't want to use this term. Let's just say it makes you an official disabled person. You're officially a disabled person, but it's better than being a veteran in a way. It's better than being a disabled veteran because as a disabled veteran, they don't really just have a whole list of jobs that are set to the side just for you. There was even a budget analyst position. I was talking to this lady. I'm not going to say what agency she works for, but she was saying that there was a budget analyst position that they were hiring for, but a person would have to have a Schedule A letter. So I was like, oh, that's not a problem. I have that. So she was like, send it to me. And then they messaged me saying, okay, well, we're going to look at, so you have been we forwarded your stuff to the hiring section because it's a direct hire. But I don't know what the grade is. If the grade is in a 13 or better, not even close to interested. But she kind of knows that. I just don't know what the grade is. Okay, so they sent me this thing with all of this thing saying, hey, thank you for your interest in Federal Aviation Administration. So this is the FAA. And I was just trying to see if this thing worked. I said, hey, here's my Schedule A, here's my resume. And then they sent me all of this stuff. But there's this other one that has all these jobs. So I'm trying to see where it is. But they sent me like this whole list of jobs all over America. I don't know how many jobs it was. It was a crazy amount. But they was like, yeah, but they were GS like 8. I wouldn't be interested. But it still could be a good thing for somebody. Matter of fact, let me see what GS 8 pay scale is. GS pay scale Atlanta 2023. It's going to go up next year or so. But right now, a GS 8 right now, direct hire starts in Atlanta at $54,607. So $54,000 straight off the street just from having a Schedule A letter. That ain't bad, you know. I'm looking for at least a GS 13, which starts at $104,000. I'd like to, you know, I mean, I'm probably gonna go for SES, you know, over my career or whatever. But yeah, I want to get everything. Government contracts. I'm just not going to do contracts for the agency that I'll be working in, but you know, I want to do it all. I want to get it all in. Yeah, trying to get it all in, my guy. And look how I did somebody. I didn't put it together. I separated it so you can sound it all out. Somebody. This is crazy. I thought y'all would have called by now. Anyway, but yeah, so that's where we at. And I want to be able to get, like, how often do y'all think I should go live? Like, where we just come on here and we just talk about T.I. and his son. Like, how do y'all think we should do this? You know, there's so much going on in the world right now. It's crazy. So I'm sure we have plenty we can discuss. But you know, we need a place for us, man. The hustlers. Dang, he said not working for him. That's why I was trying something. It said it ain't working. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see what's wrong with it. I was trying to see. Hold on. What number did I? Dang. I don't know. I don't know how I did that. All right. I don't know how I did this. 770. Hold on. Let me double check. That's crazy that I did that. Try that one. Wow. I can't believe that. That's crazy. That's what's up, bro. I'm gonna keep pushing, bro. Greater Cleaners, I'm gonna keep pushing, bro. Fam, sis, I don't know which one, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep pushing though, for y'all. I got all this equipment, I got all this expensive equipment, well, camera at least, but it's all for y'all, man, because trust me, I think currently YouTube is gonna pay me, well, my current 28-day, in the last 28 days, this is how much YouTube said that I earned. YouTube says in the last 28 days, I earned $93.99. $93.99 in the last 28. That's 28 days it took me to earn $93. I don't want to even just say $90. I want to give it the full respect that it deserves. $93.99. When he said the 550. Oh my God. Okay, so something is happening here. I did not type in 550. Look. 770 966 4997. Come on, man. I had to look to see if it changed the number again. Come on now. This will be the third time now. I know I ain't do this thing. My computer must be possessed. That's what we're going to say. Something going on with my computer. Hey, something going on with my computer. It should work. It should work this time. Let me double check. 770 99 or 966. Hold on. Let me double check. 966 499. That's it. Jeez. Oh. Hello, you have reached Casino is the name.
Yo, Casino.
Yo, what up, brother?
What's going on?
Not much, man.
You live?
Yeah, we live, bro. We live. So you're a hedge fund manager, right?
I'm a financial advisor, hedge fund manager. I do a little bit of everything, man. I'm a registered licensed guy, so I've been in the game for a long time.
That's what's up, man. Hey, I definitely got to get you on here because, you know, I've been talking about this hedge fund thing for a minute.
Yeah, I really want since you posted that the accounting situation, I really wanted to talk to you about, you know, finance and accounting go hand in hand. So I really want to kind of deal with you on that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I was just trying to get you on here because, like, people need to know it's some people on, you know, it's some people watching who actually hedge fund managers, and there's a lot of people been asking about hedge funds, and because, you know, I say that in my intro and stuff like that, so a lot of people been asking me about interviewing a hedge fund manager or anybody who does that kind of financial consulting and stuff like that. So I definitely want to try to see if we could set up something or whatever. This your number?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is my number. I still, you still got your other one?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this was a number I was trying to like have as a call-in number. I know you got my other one, but I was just trying to see if I can get like a call-in number, like for like if I start doing these, start going live, and, you know what I mean? But yeah, hit me on the other one. This is just for this.
Okay, absolutely. But yeah, right. I have had a lot of experience with launching funds with BNY Mellon. So it sounds a little more, it sounds a little more mysterious than it actually is. But I definitely understand how to launch them, and I have my own, and been in the game for a little minute.
Okay, so just curious, because JT, I don't know if you know who JT Hustles is or JT Automations, but
yes, I'm familiar.
But JT was trying to get me wanted me to like look into like starting one up or whatever. How much would you say it would cost to start a fund? Like the initial setup cost.
When you think about a fund, you need three essential pieces. Mm-hmm. You need custody to hold the assets, right? So whether it's an investment bank, and you need fund accounting and administration, right?
Okay.
Keeping the balance straight.
Right.
Making sure everybody gets their allocated dollars and keeping that all in line.
Okay.
So I would say the first thing that you have to figure out is how do you want to launch it? Is it a Reg D 506? Reg T? There's different things. Whether you're accredited or non-accredited investor.
Mm-hmm. Accredited.
But to answer your question in a long-winded way, I would say you really need to have about, I would say, $30,000 to have the legal, someone with the legal expertise to have it drafted for you, if that makes sense.
Okay, for sure. Okay, that's what we Okay, so I can just like report that back to him and see if he want to proceed with something like that, and we'll bring you in to facilitate all of that. But for sure, we definitely need to talk anyway. So let's jump on the horn.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then somebody wants me to ask you, can you ask him the question asked earlier, is how do you think about money? What is your mindset, perspective on it?
I would say, now is a great time to be alive, man, because, and I say that because when you have securities, whether it's tech, whether it's, healthcare, everything has been hit so hard. So I think that if you get in now and really have a disciplined approach, this is just a great time. Because I think Warren Buffett said it best. When people get greedy, you get scared. And when people are scared, you get greedy.
Yeah.
Right? So I think now with so much uncertainty in the market, this is a time for you to have that steady hand. This is that time for you to have a disciplined approach.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks about when you go to the store, you buy things on sale, right? You like that, but they don't think about it the same way with the market. So I think now is the time to double down and go after quality investment and make your money work for you. And I think that it's going to be beneficial for that person if they have that long-term approach.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, when other people start selling, it's time for you to start buying, or when the market start dropping, it's time to start buying. So same kind of thing. Put yourself in a good position to start getting those deals when they start coming. But my mindset on money, like after like playing with like a large sum of money during the government contracts and stuff, it really messed up my perspective of money and all of that kind of stuff. So now it's like, money is a tool. So whatever you want to do, money is just a way for you to get that done. It's not really about this dream of having millions and millions of dollars. It's like, can I have the things that I want the money to get me? And of course, you got to have money to accomplish those things. But money was just like a tool for freedom. It was such an odd place to be in mentally. I was so calm having, when I know it's like 150,000 came in and a certain money, it was like, man, it was like such a calming time. And I didn't even want anything anymore. You know, it's like you want all these things when you can't afford them. But when I could, you know, I'm passing houses and I'm like, man, I could buy that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it wasn't, it was like, I don't even want it now. But, you know, there was a time where I did want those things or whatever, but just definitely a big calming time frame for me.
That makes a lot of sense. I think right now, if everyone just, like you said, sometimes you get so focused on hitting the grand slam, right?
Right.
Hitting the home run. But sometimes good singles and doubles is what you need.
Yeah.
You know? And it'll still get you on base and around, and it'll get you home the same way. And sometimes a little safer, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd never, you know, up until the contracting thing, the largest check that I had ever received was like $7,600. And I still had 2 houses. I had a Porsche. I had, you know, but I had got a bunch of small checks. Like, don't sleep on the small checks, you know. I would get a little small check all the time, but I never really got like the big payday until I started doing contracting. And so, you know, that of course that's great too, but you know, still don't sleep on the small checks. I want some small checks right now. Like, you know,
exactly.
You know, to live. It like, you know, like to live doesn't really, like my life doesn't really cost a lot. I mean, it might cost a lot to other people because they, you know, they may not have as many bills as I have. But when you look at a bill and a bill is $300, $300 isn't really a lot. You know, it's not, when you say, oh, my cell phone bill is $300 or my car note is $300, it's not really a lot of money. You know, it's the culmination of them all is when that amount kind of goes higher. But you just got to be able to make sure you got more coming in than going out.
Absolutely. And, you know, I've been following you for a bit now, and I see that, you know, I don't know if you're still involved in trucking, but I see you got the trucking, you got the renovation, you got the digital products. So you're doing it the right way, man. You know what I mean? It's slow and steady.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, I'm trying to get all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, I want it all. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just got your text too, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, on the other phone. So. All right, yeah. All right, well, you know, we definitely link up. Like, we'll chop it up after this or something, or tomorrow. Hit me up.
No doubt, good brother. Keep doing your thing, and thanks for having me on.
All right, for sure.
Later.
Yeah. All right. You know what I'm saying? And they had a big dog on here. You know what I'm saying? ZXM96. And good thoughts, levels to the game for sure. Thank you both. No, man, appreciate you. That's a great question. I kind of had wanted to talk about mindset a little, you know, and so then you asked that, and I was like, great minds think alike. And I'm looking over here because this is where I'm seeing your comments and everything. So I probably look crazy looking over here, but that's, you know. Anyway, Ayo says, well, you didn't post for 20 of those days. Touche. And I want to know, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I've been dropping like crazy in the last couple of days. Because honestly, I think my 28-day amount was like $76 up until, I guess, recently. So this has increased from $76 to $93.99. But yeah, still a far cry from where I would like to be or where I would need to even be to like live off of this. But you know, I don't do it for the money, clearly, because I'm not making that much. But it's great to get on here and talk to you guys and vibe and stuff like that. So how's the quality on your side? How are we looking? How am I looking to you guys? Like, do I look all right on here? Because I don't really know how it's coming across. Just hoping I'm giving you guys good quality. But yeah, so ZXM96, man, call in. Call in 770-966-4997. Yeah, hold up. Let me post that. I want to see if I can post that. I'm finna try and post that in the finna post that on the whatchamacallit. Let's see. Post. I'm about to post that on my YouTube. I hope the number's gonna come out right, because the last time I was trying to put it in the chat, the number was so crazy wrong. All right, 966-4997. Call. All right. All right. Okay, so what's up, Francisco Silva? Crisp. That's great. That's great. That's great. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm using like an old TV as a monitor. It's a decent size, but it's just old, so I look pixelated on this screen. So I don't know, but on the computer it should be clean. But I don't know how it's coming across on y'all end. I look washed out and everything over here. Okay. Baller money for real. Yeah, man. Yeah, so any future accountants on here or current accountants? Francisco Silva. Hold on. Where y'all, hold on. We gotta check back in. I gotta find out where everybody is watching from again. I know we had Long Beach on here, we had Baltimore on here. Wells, where y'all from? Check in, smash the like button. Yeah, okay, now 4K visual, that's what's up, man. Hey, I like to hear that, yeah. I got a nice little setup, you feel me? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so how often y'all think I should go live? Like, how often y'all think I should do this? Like, where we go live and we get on here, chop it up, vibe? You know? How often y'all think I should do this? Let's see. Bronx, New York. Oh, man, I should have, I could tell. I could tell, bro. When I heard your accent, yeah, you got one of them accents. Yeah, you got one of them accents. Let's see. I'm trying to share this video. Matter of fact, can y'all share this video with some of y'all folks? You know, I got to start asking for support, because if I am ever able to live off of this, I'm inviting all of y'all out. Paint Atlanta red. All right, so, okay. Francisco Silva says, I'm from the Bay Area. That's what's up. The Bay Area. Okay. That's what's up. Okay. Paul Blankston says, future accountant, did accounting in high school, but diverted to economics in college in Bronx, New York. Man, we got the Bronx in here tonight. What? The Bronx is in here tonight. Hey, I ain't never been to New York before. I know, it sounds crazy. I've been to 11 countries. Never been to New York. Never been to New York, man. That's crazy. You see, so I'm a city boy. I grew up in Florida, but I was born in Georgia, but I grew up in Florida, so I'm kind of like a Florida boy, right? But Atlanta, I love Atlanta. There's like no other place that I've been to. I've been to California, San Diego, San Francisco, LA. I've been to a lot of places, right? Lived in Texas for a year, and Texas was cool too. I ain't got no problem with Texas. Texas cool. But there was only one other place besides Atlanta that I went to, and I'm like, just a vibe. Like, this is my style, you know? This is me. And that one place was Vegas. Vegas was amazing. I love Vegas. Vegas is my speed. It was screens everywhere you go. The city lit up. It's a screen, the full side of a building, and they just promoting a club night in Vegas. Like, it was crazy. I love that. You know, I was at the mall. I walk outside and like I'm upstairs, and so I'm walking outside, and it's like the screens. It felt like I was living in the future. It was amazing. So that's the only other place besides Atlanta that I could ever imagine going to. What's up, Pocket Watching with JT? What's good, bro? Just wanted to pop in and say thank you for supporting my content. It takes a community to get it to 100,000. Thanks. Man, hey, shout out to you, bro. Pocket Watching with JT, man, I watched him grow. It is an amazing thing to watch, and he been killing. He had 100,000 subscribers recently. Man, it's just a blessing to watch your rise, brother. Just a blessing to watch your rise. Pocket Watching with JT, man, y'all go subscribe if y'all haven't already subscribed. But he had 100,000. I'm sure y'all didn't already subscribe because it's, you know what I'm saying? Y'all up on things. If y'all not, y'all definitely got to go see his content, man. It's a blessing to just see this guy's rise, man. It's amazing. I love it. He's also, you know, an accountant. So definitely go over there and check him out, man. I feel like I need to get an interview or something with you, man, at some point. But you know, I don't want to hold your time up, brother. I know you got big things to do, you know, people to expose and things like that. He keeps the fraudsters in check. He does that. Yeah. That's what's up, man. Anyway, did you get your mediator license? Yeah. I got my mediator certification for civil mediation. But they want you to have domestic and domestic violence. So mediation licenses go in stages. So you got to get the general civil first, and then you can get the domestic and domestic violence, and you know. But most cases for like the courts will give you cases, but most of the cases are going to be 95. They said 95% of the cases are domestic. So you got to at least have domestic, and still got to have domestic violence, which is a separate subset. So it's like domestic, and then there's a domestic violence. Now you can do general civil cases. That would be like lawsuits or something like that, settling insurance claims and stuff like that. So maybe you want to like pair, like if you're just going to do general civil, you'll want to pair yourself with like a law firm that does, you know, insurance lawsuits or something like that. You'll want to like get in good with those guys and stuff like that. I actually need to do that myself, as a matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it. My sister is the one who's handling that stuff because she is a lawyer and she's also a mediator. She's the one who got me into mediation, so she's going to be sending out our promotional packet to these different places or whatever. But yeah, but just mindfully, if you're going to do it, just prepare to do. The best option would be for you to also get your domestic violence or domestic violence, because it's going to have the most opportunity for you as far as you being able to get a job or whatever. But yeah. That doggone Pocket Watching with JT. Let's see. There we go. My dog. Okay. Oh, let me see how long we've been on here. Been on here for, let's see, 8:15. We're gonna be on here a little while longer, man. We're gonna be on here a little while longer. Let's see what else we can get into. We're supposed to look up trucking. We're supposed to look up trucking and see what's going on in trucking right now. So let's see. Trucking industry forecast 2024. Okay, so it says, the top article says, even as the freight demand cycle should improve in 2024, the demand outlook remains soft for this winter as the industry continues to add equipment capacity into an oversupplied market. Okay. Not really sure what that means. Sounds good. What's the trucking outlook for 2024? Okay, the trucking sector already facing extreme financial stress expects lower freight orders and revenue this holiday season. Well, it doesn't sound like a good time to be in trucking. Is it worth it if you got another full-time job? I have a real estate license. Is it worth it? It can be worth it, yeah. You can do mediations on weekends. You can do mediations during the week. I mean, like if you get a mediation, right? Like let's say you get a mediation and let's say a mediation lasts for 8 hours, right? That mediation, depending on what your personal rate is, like your rate could be $150 an hour. Well, you can let's say $100 an hour. Your rate is $100 an hour split between both parties. So each party have to pay you $50 an hour. Or you can say $75 an hour. So your rate is $150 an hour. But let's just say it's $100 an hour. And it's split between the two, but it's $100 an hour. And you say minimum is 3 hours. So they can't book you for less than $300. And so they book you for $300. Now, let's say you settle that mediation in an hour, you still get your $300. But let's say that mediation takes the entire day, right? So first, before we even say the entire day, but let's say that mediation will pay you at least $300 for that day. Now, let's say a typical, I gotta look this up. So let's say $300. I don't know if you can see this. Probably not. Can't see it. So $300, if you divide that by a typical 8-hour workday, that's $37.50 an hour, right? And if you can get that in 3 hours, great. But for some people, they don't make $300 a day. Let's say somebody makes $25 an hour for 8 hours, they make about $200 a day. So that's, maybe average for most people. But you can be making $37 and you can make what most people make in a day in 3 hours. And so if you go the full day, right, let's say you end up in mediation for 8 hours, right? So now you're in mediation for 8 hours, it's $800, right? Because you was $100 an hour. And if you were $150 an hour at 8 hours, that's $1,200. So between $800 to $1,200, if the full day goes, and if it's a short day and it's $300 for $300 to $450, depending on if your rate is $100 or $150 an hour. If it's $150 an hour, minimum 3 hours is $450. If it's 3 hours, it's $300. So between $300 to $450 as like a low end on a 3 hour day, or maybe a 1 hour day, depending, right? But it could be that versus, which could be, like I said, more than what some people make in an entire day. So even doing it part time, it could definitely be, lucrative, especially if you go 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in mediation, 12 hours in mediation, which some people do. And so, it's definitely worth it. And you can get paid right then. You get paid that day. Sorry, I kind of went on like a mediation rant just then. I don't know. But yeah. Is any of this information any kind of way valuable to you guys? Do you guys see any value in it? That's what I need to know. Because I could really just be here hanging out. Like, I could really just be here hanging out with y'all. Like, I'm cool. But is the information even valuable? Like, can see any value in it, I guess. Because I don't know. Like, maybe do I need to change the information or whatever? But I've seen a lot of accountants saying that they're not making six figures, and it's weird for me because I don't know very many accountants who aren't making six figures. So it's like an odd, like when I hear somebody say, I'll never ever see the kind of money that you're saying is average in government accounting. And I'm like, government accounting is like the lower paying sector. Like, It's way more money in public accounting. Way more. Let me see if I can. No, I probably can't. Let me see if I can find a link. Let me show you something. Show y'all some real quick. USA jobs. Gov. All right, I'm gonna show y'all some real quick. I'm gonna drop it in the chat, so just bear with me. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm referring to. Yes. Oh shoot! I'm trying to tell you something stupid. All right, so hold up. Don't worry, I'm coming. All right, I'm coming. Pause. You gotta say pause down. All right, hold up. Almost there. You know what? Now I'm gonna just change this. All right, so okay, hold up. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm coming. I'm trying to pull something up. All right. Okay, I got it up, but okay, here we go. Dang, that's crazy. It's not even what I was trying to find. Found the wrong thing. Why is this even coming up? All right, I'm looking for something else, and something else is coming up. So, all right, so let me just go back to the top. All right, so share, copy. Okay, here we go. I'm about to put it in the chat. All right, so how I do that? All right, there we go. Okay, that didn't work. All right, that didn't work. So how do I get the link? Okay, here we go. It's trying to figure things out while everybody's watching. It's crazy. All right, there we go. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. All right, here we go. Send out. There it is. Now, that took a lot of time to figure out that link. But you see that link right there? That link, if you click on that link takes you to, let's have a discussion about it. So this link takes you to Director of Audit and Evaluation. Okay. So this position pays $143,000. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put the salary range in the chat. Salary range is $143,000 to $201,000. So okay, all right. All right, now you can click on that and you can look and see that's how much it say. That's how much they paying for this position. All right, so education. Education. Guess what the education is? Guess what the education is for this position? It literally says there is not a positive education requirement for this occupational series. There's no education identified per se. They just want you to have experience. The only thing is, to get experience typically is going to require you have gone through and got your bachelor's degree in accounting to have got the experience in order to get this position. It's just kind of how all of these things kind of coincide, how they work together. You know? But yeah, so it's all of these opportunities, and I don't know if you guys are paying attention to it, but it's all of these opportunities, and this is just a dime a dozen. I didn't know this, I hadn't looked this job up, prior to or anything, and it's other jobs that's similar to this or whatever on here, and but yeah, it was just me showing that it's possible that everybody on here can get a job making 100,000. That's a base. That's the base. If the average is 126,000, 100,000 is below that. So, that's literally how I saw it. I was in school and I didn't know what accountants were, and my teacher was telling me he was a CPA and he had worked for the Koch brothers, and he had like other certifications like a CMA and a certified management accountant, CPA, certified public accountant. He had just a couple other different certifications. He used to work for the Koch brothers, and now he was just an instructor. So he was teaching, as in his retirement he's teaching. So he's like, yo, you should be an accountant. And I'm like, I don't know what that is, but that sounds fine with me. I'm completely clueless. I'll do whatever, really. And so he just kind of started telling me about the field. And I go home, and just like a true accountant by nature, I start looking up salaries. And, I was seeing the Glassdoor salaries. They weren't very good. And then I just kept looking deeper and deeper. I'm like, who's reporting these salaries? The Glassdoor salaries are being reported, or the pay scale salaries, or whatever the different companies that report salaries and say this is the average salary for this person. Those were being reported by people, right? And so who knows where they are in their career or whatever, but they weren't realistic to what the government was reporting, saying these people made this much money. Like, we're the ones who paid them, and this is how much their salary is. And, I was like looking for pay scales. Like, okay, if I can find company A, do they have a pay scale to show how much they pay their accountants or their auditors or whatever? And so after finding those things, it gave me better understanding, because if you can say, okay, I'm looking for a job, and the job says I pay this much to this much. So it's like, whoa, I can see that y'all paying $50,000 to $70,000. Like, I'm able to see it. And so that's kind of how I got my gauge. And then when I was looking up Big Four accounting salaries on this chart that I saw said that after 15 years, they were paying $450,000 and up, because they made senior partner. And I was hearing, further research said that they can make $450,000 to $3 million as a senior partner. And I was like, geez, right? So that's the high. So I said, well, what's the low? And the low is 100,000, you know what I mean? Like, well, 80,000, 90,000. So it was like, okay, so worst case scenario, I'm gonna hit six figures. That. I don't think I even seen anything at like 90,000. I think it was always at least 100,000 on the low range of the salaries. Like when you first start school and when you first get out of school, no, you're not gonna make 100,000, right? You're gonna start lower. You might have started at 40,000, but after 5, 6 years, 7 years, you're going to be at six figures. It's coming. It's just, you got to get trained and get there. And I understood that. I mean, that makes the most sense. The only people it doesn't make sense for is people are like athletes and entertainers and stuff like that, because an athlete makes the most money in the first 5, 6 years of their career than they make. And let's say you got an 8-year run in the NFL. You made millions and millions of dollars in the first 8 years right after you got out of college. And then you'll never see that amount of money again. You made 60 million in 8 years, and then you leave the NFL and you're a broadcaster or something like that. Maybe you make $1 million a year, but you just was getting $20 million a year. Whatever you're doing, you probably aren't going to get the kind of money. So you have to make that money that you made. Hopefully that money you made when you was playing can take you the rest of your life, because your salaries will never match, more than likely, what you made. Anyway, Anyway, I think we good, man. I think we good. I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying, coming on here, rocking with me. You feel me? You feel me? And Francisco, I don't know if you still on here, but you know, if you out there in the Bay Area and selling those millions and millions of dollars of houses y'all got out there, bro, you already Gucci, bro. I don't know if that's you, but if you out there doing real estate, like got a real estate license, you flipping, you selling, I ain't gonna say flipping, but you selling millions and millions of dollars of real estate. See, sales is where you can get rich the fastest in sales. You gotta sell something. You sell something, you get rich fast. You know, I mean, if there's a way to say fast, you know, a speed. I don't know if you can put a clock on money coming in, but you know, that would be where most people would say you'll have the greatest jump in income is if you selling. You say, I gotta chase more paper, bro. Yeah. Matter of fact, you out there in San Francisco or the Bay Area, yeah. 150,000 ain't even enough. That ain't enough. That ain't enough, cuz. There ain't enough money out there. You know, I got a homegirl had a house in San Francisco. It was a 1-bedroom like shack, and it was worth $1 million. Okay, and I was like, this is crazy. It's crazy. It was a 1-car garage worth $1 million. I said, man, this is crazy. I got to get out of here because I can't afford a shack out here. It's 30, 20 grand checks. It's crazy money. Yeah. I know it's crazy. I know that's crazy. Yeah, see, it's $20,000, say $20,000 check, and you getting, I don't know how fast you sell a house, but like let's say you getting $30,000 on the check, $20,000 on the check. That's great in Georgia, but that ain't great out there. That's okay, you know. That's okay in Georgia. You get a $30,000 check. It's people in Georgia who can live off that all year. Who can legitimately live off that all year. They don't need but one. You can't live off that out there. You can't even get through Starbucks with $30,000 out there. That's crazy out there. Yeah, y'all want to know the most expensive place that I ever been on earth? That was San Francisco. San Francisco crazy. I don't know if y'all know. You might be in New York and you think it's high in New York. San Francisco was crazy. That's Silicon Valley or whatever. It was crazy, okay? Atlanta was doing like $1,700 a month for like, excuse me. It was doing like $1,700 a month for like BAH, basic allowance for housing for military. San Francisco was doing like $4,000 a month. That's crazy that your check got an extra $4,000 a month in it for where you stay at, like if you was in the military. That's crazy. So what people was doing, because you will get like the GI, like the post 9/11 GI Bill would pay you if you took a class in person. If you took at least one class in person, they would pay you the BAH for the location the school was in. So what people was doing, they was like living out here and they was taking a class in San Francisco and taking the rest of their classes online. They'll take one class in San Francisco, they'll go stay in the Airbnb, pay like a band for the month to like just have a location for a room so they can go down there and take a class a couple times a week and keep the $3,000 that they was getting from the BH. And that was more money than if they was just here in Georgia and they was going, it was crazy. They was running it up. Yeah, Francisco Silva said, if you're in tech, you got to go here. That's a fact. Can't go nowhere else. Mark them got it locked down out there. I heard they was giving kids straight out of college like $300,000, you know, salaries fresh out of college and stuff like that. It's crazy. Los Altoa, the average is $5 million. I don't know what Los Altoa is, but I'm good. What are your thoughts on youth entering the armed forces if college is not for them. And then Francisco says, for a single family home. Galvanized Financial wants to know my thoughts on youth entering into the military or the armed forces if college isn't for them. My question, of course, I was Air Force, all right? In case you guys don't know, I'm a disabled veteran. I'm an Air Force veteran. I was avionics technician, which is the top 1% of the Air Force when it comes to ASVAB and basically intelligence or whatever. And then I cross-trained and went healthcare management and became a medical records NCO. And so I, of course, am going to be pro-military or pro-Air Force, and that's because it changed my life. This house that I'm in right now, don't worry, I got a video where I kind of show downstairs because people keep saying, you keep talking about the house you in, but you ain't showing the house. So I got a video, it's already shot. I just got to edit it and upload it. But this house and the previous house, my house in Macon, I was able to buy these houses with the VA loan. So I put no money down, no money out of pocket. And I was able to get this house, which is the one thing that has probably prevented more people than anything else from being able to get into their homes, is how much the down payment was going to be. They might get the credit right. They might have enough income, but then they got to have that down payment. It's like a triple. You gotta have the credit. You got to have the income. And then you got to have the down payment. But I did not have to have a down payment to move here or to buy my other house. So that was a benefit from being in the military. Also, I learned professionalism. I was in Tallahassee, Florida, 32304, poorest neighborhood, poorest zip code in the state of Florida. Poured in every area in Miami and Fort Lauderdale and Tampa and all of that. That's the neighborhood I'm from. I'm from the poorest part of Florida, okay? And so coming from that, my mindset, we was hustling, we was trapping, we was with everything. We was doing whatever. We was doing all that, okay? And so I'm having to change my mindset, and so the military allowed me to see something. They sent me to Germany, first of all. First, they sent me to Texas. I don't know what they was thinking when they sent me to Texas, all right? What am I in Texas for? Get me out of Texas. This is too far from Florida, all right? So I go to Texas, and I'm like, okay. I joined the Air Force because I did not really want to leave my area, and it was the cheapest. I mean, it was the place that had the least amount of bases. So it was known as the branch that traveled the least. You think the Army got bases everywhere. Everywhere they always deploy, they always whatever. The Navy, they on the ocean. Who knows where that ship is going for 6 months out there on the ocean, just popping up at different ports. They always traveling. The Marines are just attached to the Navy, and they can, first in, last out. They can be gone tonight. They can get a call, hey man, you leaving tonight. Me, they call me, I'm in the Air Force. When y'all want me to leave? Oh, I get 3 months to get ready. Okay, that's what I need to have, because I ain't got the A bag packed and ready to go in case I get a call. No, that ain't what I signed up for. Anyway, so that was that, and so then it was like, okay, well, the branch that traveled the least was the Air Force. So it's like, cool, the Air Force, makes sense. So I joined the Air Force, and then coming out of Texas, you know what they sent me? They sent me to Germany. Now, the reason why this is important is because there was a guy who also joined the Army at the same time that I joined the Air Force. And I chose the Air Force and was trying to get a base in Florida. I didn't get it. Tell you slice. So I didn't get it. But what I ended up getting was one sent to Germany, and that guy ended up getting, the guy who went into the Army, who's also from Tallahassee, he ends up getting a base right outside of Tallahassee. How is this happening? He got to be in Tallahassee every weekend, and I had to go to Germany for 3 years in the cold. I didn't get it. I don't get it. I thought I did everything right. But apparently because the Army had so many bases, they had a lot more flexibility as to where you might want, where you could end up. And I didn't have a lot of, there was only 7 places in the world based off of my kind of job. I worked on F-16s, and F-16s entry level can only go to 7 bases when I came in. So I got sent to Germany. And, but it was there that I learned to change my mindset. I got a lot of college credits done. I got money to go to college and all of that. I think it's a great opportunity. Great opportunity. But that was the first half of my soliloquy, okay? My second part of what I was going to say was, because you said, for should they join the armed forces if college is not for them? And when people say college isn't for me, I always wonder, like, well, who is it for, right? Who is college for? Are you not somebody who wants to better your life? Because that's who college is for. College is not like, college is not designed for an Ivy League child or, it's not specifically designed for a person in the projects. It's not specifically designed for a middle-class person. It's not specifically designed for anybody in particular except for people who want to change their life, because it's people who from the hood who go to school. It's people who from the suburbs who go to school. It's people from farmlands who go to school. It's designed for anybody who's trying to better their life. Now, I don't really think about it in a way of like college isn't for me. Like, who is it for then? Like, I think it's for you, but it's up to you if you don't want to go. But don't say it ain't for you, So it's just something. This is the way I think about it, because like I'm from the hood. Like I had like. Like, I don't mean this to be funny, but like, okay, I mean this to be funny, not like, don't take this serious. But I had no business in college, okay, because my mindset was not on college, but it worked out for me. Yeah. So, anyway, did any of you guys ever serve in the military? I feel like, what's that? I can't really understand. Did you say college that's supposed to be college is for someone who wants to learn a skill? You feel like, I'm assuming you're saying college. Francisco Silva, I'm not sure what that word is. I think it means college, so I'm going to use it as college, okay? Don't be mad at me. I think that means college. Or else it's just dead. Okay. You know what? I started this video out, and Francisco Silva, I think you might have joined a little later. In the first part of this video, I was saying that I met somebody, I heard some people talking in a restaurant, and the young lady said that she wants to go to school, but college is too expensive. And I told her, I started asking questions, and I could see that this female was like a little more hood, you know what I mean? Had the tats and all that, had a thing, going on. And I was just like, hey, why are you saying college is too expensive? And she said, well, I don't have any family supporting me. My folks ain't really got no money for me to be going to school and this and that. And I said, well, it sounds like college is free. And she said, what you mean? I said, well, what do you know about, have you applied to college? She said, no. I said, well, how do you know how much college costs? She said, well, I don't know. I just know I ain't got no money right now. And I was like, well, that's probably the best then. If you don't have any money right now, college is probably free. Have you filled out FAFSA? She said, what's that? And I said, this is crazy. If you ain't got no money, college is free. Now, Francisco, you out there getting $20,000, $30,000 checks every day. So college is probably not free for you. But in general, college would be free. So you shouldn't really get any debt. The only reason you would get any debt is if you're like, well, I can't focus. I need to be able to pay my rent and not go to school and not go to work, and maybe take a student loan for that. But of course, that's not what people do. People go get the student loan so they can get the rims and they can get the drip from Gucci and Louis Vuitton. And so but that's not that's not the way you might want to do this. You can go to community college. You do not need to go to one of those ITT Tech colleges, because those are private schools. You don't need to go to any of those that could say, hey, you're impulsive, you don't know anything about school, so you say, you know what, I want to change my life, I need to go get enrolled, and you go down there to get enrolled at a school that says, well, one school you go to is like, let's say you go to the community college says, okay, well, yeah, you can get enrolled, but we're not going to start until 2 months from now. And so you're like, well, nah, I need to get started sooner than that. And so you go to this other school. It's a private school, one of those like, DeVry institutes or something like that. And they're like, hey, well, we can start you next week. So you say, for real, next week? Like, because you're in the moment. You want to change your life right now. Like, you can feel it. It's oozing out of you. You want to change your situation. DeVry or ITT Tech, I don't know what DeVry does, but one of these schools, they're private schools. And, those type of schools are private schools, but like they'll say, yeah, we can start you next week. And you'll say, oh my God, I can't wait 2 months. I need to change now. Okay, sign me up. And they say, here, sign this paper. This is going to help cover your tuition or whatever. And the tuition is $40,000 or $60,000 versus $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 at the community college. You're going to pay 10 to 40%, not 10 to 40, I'd say 10 to 20 times what you would pay at the community college if you can wait 2 months. And your Pell Grant or whatever would probably cover all of your tuition costs. So you're going to go out there because you're going to, and they're like, yo, we're going to get you done faster. So you're only going to be in school for a year. Then you can start making money. And you're not going to be in school for 2 years, right? But you end up with a student loan that's, $40,000 when you graduate versus you have free school. So school is actually like free for most people, like especially hood people, more like broke people or whatever. So school's more than likely free for us, but we don't perceive it in that way. That's a great point. I'm 21. I gotta get let me see. I gotta get a lot of life to experience still. I got a lot of life to experience still. Okay, it's bright in here. It's bright. Trust me, it's bright. I think he said that's a great point. I am 21. I got a lot of life to experience still. I think it's bright. Okay, sorry. I probably look crazy, but trust me, I can read. Yeah, 21. Man, so much life, man. I was in Germany till I was like 23 or something, man. Yeah, live it up, man. I'm 39 now. 39. I want to chill. I want to chill. I want to chill. I don't want to do no wild stuff. I'm good. I don't want to do no more wild stuff. I'm chilling. Yeah. I am chilling. By the way, could you guys please smash the like button for me if you haven't already? I appreciate y'all coming on here vibing with me, man. This has been good. This has been good. So y'all never told me, how often y'all think I should go live, man? I mean, how often y'all think I should go live in, say, like a month? How many times should I go live? Should we come on here once a week, once every 2 weeks, every day? Like, what y'all thinking? How we think we should jump this off? We get ready to go into December. In December they do this thing called, like in this YouTuber world, they do this thing called Vlogmas. All right, I never participated in Vlogmas before. I might do it this year because I need to drop a lot of content 3 times a week. Galvanized Financial say 3 times a week. Okay, 3 times a week. Okay, what days? Well, any other takers 3 times a week? What other days? Okay, Francisco Silva says 1 time a week. 1 time a week, okay. Okay, 1 time a week. Okay, so those are the two. Those are the two options right now. Any other options? How many times we need to go live this week? I mean, in a month. We got 3 times a week and we got 1 time a week. What else we got? Well, I gotta send this link. Appreciate that like. Appreciate that like. One time. Peter says 1 time. Galvanized Financial says Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. That's interesting. That is interesting because you said night. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. That's not bad. I mean, that's weekdays. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. Okay, like I'm tracking that. Okay, Peter LeBlanc says 1, so 1 time a week. So Peter suggests 1 time a week, and Peter and Francisco Silva, what day do y'all think that it should be if I chose to go live 1 time a week? What day would that be? Would that be a Tuesday, Monday, Thursday? You dig? Day, night? Galvanized Financial said Monday, Wednesday, Friday night. Gee, you want to take my Friday night from me? That's crazy, Galvanized. Galvanized. That's crazy. Okay. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. Okay. Wednesday. You know, I used to do on YouTube, not YouTube, on Facebook, I used to do Casino Wednesdays. I used to do Casino Wednesdays. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hold on, y'all stay with me real quick. Gotta stay with me real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
Beat me up, Scotty.
Me and her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she say, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live with a rap. They ain't never did it, they ain't really tried.
All right, I'm back. Galvanized laughing. That's what's up. Ain't no other veterans on here? Am I the only one? Am I the only one on here? Am I the only veteran on here? Really? That's crazy. Me being the only veteran is crazy. All right. Okay. Manny Bug 90 says Monday night. Okay. So we got Monday night, we got Wednesday, we got Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we got 3 times a week, and we got 1 time a week. We got 2 votes for 1 times a week. Okay. Okay. This is a lot to think about. This is a lot. All right. I will think about it. I wanted to make a decision tonight, but you guys can't get on the same page. So you got Monday night, you got Wednesday. So there's actually 2 votes for one Monday and 2 votes for Wednesday because Galvanized Financial says Monday and Wednesday and Friday. So that's still a Monday and Wednesday. Peter LeBlanc says Wednesday. And so that would be the second Wednesday. And then Manny Bug 90 says Monday. But, not. So, okay. So maybe, see, I kind of want to get on like a serious, I'm going to be live on this day, right? So it's kind of like, okay, Monday and Wednesday, maybe we can do 2. Feed the streets. Yeah, feed the streets. Yeah, I like that. So I'm thinking maybe we can do Monday and Wednesday night. That way, because we got 2 votes for Monday and Wednesday. So instead of going 3 days, maybe I go 2. We feed the streets. You feel me? And then what I'll do is I'll probably go live during the daytime as well. Just a couple times. I don't know. I feel like I want to go live every day. I feel like I want to do a live every day just to start, like I said, I'm dropping content. Ain't nobody dropping like this. Ain't nobody dropping like this. JT dropping like this. He dropping. JT drop big shit. But I'm finna start dropping like crazy. So that's what I'm on right now. That's what I'm on. Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming on here, rocking with me. Hold up. I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate y'all coming on here, rocking with your boy, man. It's been a pleasure. Casino, give us a rundown of what a normal day looks like for you. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna depend on the day. My life is very randomly crazy. Okay, so it just depends on what's going on. It just depends on what's going on, what time I went to sleep. I always wake up early though, and I always wake up no later than like 6. Wake up, probably look on YouTube, and currently I'm trying to make sure my video is either dropping or about to drop or getting stuff set up because I'm trying to drop at least 1 video a day. And here more recently, I've been recording a lot. So I think I recorded 8 videos one day. A couple day before yesterday, I think I did 8 videos. Day before that, I might have did 1 because I was back and forth with making. And then the day before that, I did 6 videos. So it's I've been recording a lot, and that takes time to get my mind together, plan it. I gotta eat, I have several meetings throughout the day. I take care of some paperwork, but it's not really a specific thing, So Thursday, I thought my son had a game today. So I moved everything out the way so that I can, and I had a refrigerator being delivered to my rental property in Macon. So, and my son's game was going to be down there. So, I had planned everything for today to be down there. So I thought I wasn't going to be able to even do this because I thought I was going to be down there. But what ended up happening, I misread the announcement because I saw the dates. All I could see was the dates from the email. Said, this to this. So I was like, dang, does he have? Because one time he had a game back to back. Right, back to back. And so it was 3 days of games or something like that. So I'm like, yo, I hope this isn't another one of these. So I was like, you know what? I haven't opened the email yet. Let me just prepare myself because it says the 27th and it's from the coach and stuff like that. It was really just a practice schedule. So his game is on Thursday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I thought it was games every day because they did this before. So, but fortunately, that was not it. So I had moved everything out. Didn't think I was going to be able to do this. When I found that out, it was such a blessing because my guy was down in Macon at the house so he can receive the refrigerator. So I was good there. And, so I didn't really need to necessarily go for the fridge. I wanted to go just to take pictures and, stuff like that. But it ain't worth that 3-hour trip. So that was just kind of that. But I didn't have to go anymore because he didn't have a game. So it kind of cleared up a lot of things for me. I was able to do some paperwork, submit some documents for some things. And so I did that. And then I got myself prepared to do this. And so I always have like these conversations about, say, like content creation, course creation. Tomorrow I have to go meet with, I don't know if you guys ever seen this video. This video is very, very good. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this video. Hold on. This video, I think it's at like around 30,000 video views right now. Hold on. That's funny. Let me see. So this video is with this lady named Miss Tamika, and she has a lot of different hustles or whatever. But me and her did this video, and let's see how I put it in the group chat. Put it in the chat. Yes, sir. So we did this video, and yeah, you see that video right there? If you haven't already, go watch that video. It is very good. She talks about her enormous payroll that she has to pay every month. She talks about how much money you can make from a bedroom, 4 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, or whatever. She has assisted living facilities. She's a big deal. Okay, she got an Airbnb. We did another video about Airbnb. She got a tax office. She does a lot of things. She's all around getting to it. But we were talking about assisted living facilities, and a lot of people had a lot of interest, and they really, really enjoyed that video. So it's a good video. But I recently got back in contact with her. Well, I called her today and was like, hey, we got to do a follow-up to this because this video... let's see, that video is at 30,000 views right now. And it took 2 years to get to 30,000 views, but it's at 30,000 views, and it's one of my better performing videos as of current. And so, all these years later, it's just so much interest, I guess, in assisted living facilities. And I said, hey, do you have a book yet? And she was like, yeah, I actually have a book. Well, we got to get back on here and tell these people about your book, because you didn't have a book back 2 years ago. You didn't have a book. We need to create a course, because this is really good information, and you can make a lot of money doing this thing. I think in the video she said that, in a 4-bedroom house, like I got a 4-bedroom house here, this would work because I got stairs for assisted living facility. It wouldn't be a really ideal location. But for a 4-bedroom house, you can put, she said, 2 people per room, and 4 bedrooms. Tell you it's the lights. Got to be the lights, all right? I know it's the lights. It's the lights. Trust me, it's the lights. But it's a 4-bedroom, and so if you had a 4-bedroom house, you can put 2 people in each room. So there's 8 people, and you can charge each person, I think she said $2,000 a person. So each room, 2 people, $2,000 a person, $4,000 a room. So you got 4 rooms, that's $16,000 a month from an assisted living facility. Now you still got to have somebody there. I guess I assume you got to cook for. I don't know what you got to do exactly, but that's what she's for. She, is the guru. But if you got a house and you think, man, a crib can bring in $16,000 a month, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's better than Section 8. I can tell you that. My mentor pivoted to assisted living facility as his real estate niche. They gotta sell their house before they move to assisted living facility. Yeah. Who got to sell their house though? Hold on, making sure we talking about You talking about the people living there, or what like, or are you saying your mentor has to sell his house, or are you saying that the person who is going to move into an assisted living facility has to sell their house before they move there? Which one is it? But yeah, there's a lot of money in it. So I'm like, geez, you know. And so my degree in my associate's degree in healthcare management is more geared to, I won't say it's more geared to, but that's one of the areas that people with that degree go into. So I was automatically interested. I used to run 2 clinics for the Air Force, so I was just automatically interested in that. But yeah, I think that so tomorrow, Ms. Tamika bought a building not too far from here, really nice building. Which I mean, like the building, it's like a commercial building with like other like dental offices or something like that in there. It used to be or whatever. And so she bought the building, and then she has another facility. I'm not really sure what kind of facility it is just yet, but she's in all kind of like facility kind of stuff. But it's pretty cool. He's a realtor, and he has to help sell their house. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. There's a lot of boomers here. Yeah. I can imagine. I mean, it's nice weather there. Francisco says there's a lot of baby boomers in his area, so he's in the Bay Area. I can absolutely see that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go chop it up with her because I got some ideas for some content that we can make or whatever. We're not going to record tomorrow. I don't think either of us is prepared to shoot. Well, maybe I can shoot. I ain't tripping. I shoot anytime. But that'll pretty much be that. But anyway, I'll try to give you guys more notice in advance when I'm going. Like, I want to set a date and time and say, I'm going to be live at 6, 7, 9, whatever time. And just kind of have a standard set time every week where, you know, we coming on here and we doing this. Now, other times I'll probably just pop in on you, you know. And but yeah. So anyway, right now you're watching Casino is the Name. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we out.
Beat me up, Scotty. Me up, Scotty.
Me and her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she said, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live, wanna rap. They ain't never did it, they ain't really tried.
There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the Name.